to Vicky and family. We went through, and I had him go through Facebook and everywhere we could go and find pictures of Ezekiel and his family together. And I wanted to encapsulate all of those pictures in one frame. And so as a keepsake for you for the rest of your days, I had him put this together, and Brother Dwayne actually put this together, had it framed and everything. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for a job well done. Thank you so very, very much. Be seated, preachers. We have come to celebrate the life, the love, and the legacy of Reverend Ezekiel Vincent Vaughn. And I will tell you on today that I must be candid with you, and I must be open with you, that I solicit the prayers of every person in this audience. And I know that God has me, but I'm telling you that this is one of the hardest things that I've ever had to do as a pastor, is to put somebody to rest like Ezekiel Vincent Vaughn. So I solicit your prayers.
Before I take my seat, I want to share with you my favorite memory of Reverend Vaughn. And that would be the first time I ever met him. So someone told me that it was in male chorus rehearsal, and they said, you have to get Reverend Vaughn to sing a solo. And I'm like, who is Reverend Vaughn? And they showed, pointed him out to me. So I went to him and I said, hi, Reverend Vaughn, sir. We want you to sing a solo. He said, oh, okay, sure, I'm happy to do it. I said, so what do you sing? He said, well, I'm just a little country singer. I can sing soprano, alto, tenor, and bass. Yeah, all of them. And so I looked at him, I was like, huh. And I said, so which part do you want to sing? He said, I told you I could sing soprano, alto, tenor, and bass. Just follow me. And so for the last 14 years, I followed Reverend Vaughn.
When I first met Ezekiel Vaughn, I met him I was in the 8th grade at Pulaski Heights High School, and this young man here, Emmanuel Talbert, was there. That young man, Houston Nutt, was there. So we developed a bond. And one day in homeroom, because we all, my name was T, Emmanuel's name was T, and Ezekiel was Vaughn, and we were all in the same homeroom. So during football season, they had Spirit Day. Whatever homeroom had the most spirit, you would win a Coke party. So, Emmanuel and I and Zeke said, okay, that's good. We'll give it a shot, whatever it is. So the referees came in, they said, okay, it's time for your homeroom to do, your spirit. We didn't know what we were gonna say. They said, it's time to go. And before we knew it, Zeke, hey. And Emmanuel and I said, well, let's do what Zeke did. So we were doing the same thing, and wouldn't you know it, we won the Coke party. And I've heard a lot from the pastor and a lot of other ministers mention about the competitive spirit that Zeke has, and he's always had that, and he's instilled it in his children, and you know how great they are as Christians, as athletes, as people in general. Ezekiel Vaughn. And God would have it that Zeke asked me to be his best man in his wedding. So in terms of best friend, I was his best man. So we're going to say I'm his best friend.
No, wait. Eric ain't telling you. It's called the 3 E's.
That's it.
Eric and
That's
Manuel,
it.
that's what it's going to be.
That's it.
To my classmates and to my friends, to my relatives, to the family, I'd like to say this. We are in the 4th quarter with no timeouts, and the clock is running. So if there's anybody you want to tell them that you love them, tell them. Yeah. If there's anybody that you want to forgive, forgive them. Because we don't know when our time is coming. But I don't question God. And I really hate, and it's unfortunate that he took Zeke, but he got one of his best soldiers. But if I was to question God, I would say, don't take Zeke, I got a couple cousins around there ain't doing that. But y'all, I would just like to leave y'all with this. I would like to leave y'all with this and just think about it. I'd say Ezekiel Vaughn was a good man. He lived his life with integrity, and he was a great example for all of us. He really was. And if Zeke Vaughn didn't get into heaven, the rest of us are in trouble.
Thank you.
Put your hands together for the life of Ezekiel Vaughn. Come on, come on. Ezekiel was an All-American football player at Little Rock Central High School, and his name is in the trophy case. But I'm an All-American water boy at Little Rock Central High, and my name is in the trophy case. Listen, I want you to know today that Ezekiel was a country boy. So I want to go back to 1510 Vaughn Street, the Mount Olive Missionary Baptist Church, 1823 South Cedar Street. And now here at Shiloh Baptist Church, where Pastor Isaiah Joshua is our pastor. Reverend Vaughn used to do it on Wednesday nights. And he say, don't be disappointed with your disappointment. Reverend Vaughn would say that God is going to make everything all right. So he said, Job said that man that is born of a woman is of a few days and full of trouble. Any troubled folks in here? You don't have to hold up your hand. Don't hold up your hand. Don't hold up your hand. Won't he make a way for you? Reverend Vaughn had joy. He had Jesus. And he had a little shake. Any shaking folks in here? I want you to go to the country with me. Mount Olive, I know you're watching, but I want y'all to go to the country with me and do this little song with me. Trouble in my way, I have to cry sometimes. So much trouble, cry sometimes. Look at it. I lay awake at night, but that's all right. I know Jesus. After a while, wait, I have to stepped in the front a long time ago. Shadrach and Meshach, a big day ago. I said it. They wasn't worth. This I know. I know Jesus. After a while, what is it, man? Trouble in my way. I have to cry sometimes. So much trouble. I have to cry sometimes. But look. I laid awake at night. But that's all right. Chill. He fixed it for me. He'll fix it for you. Won't he fix it? Won't he fix it? Won't he fix it? Look at that. After a while.
There is an affection that is stronger than any affection. And so therefore, when I thought about the meaning of this verse and thought that the word had gone out for my brother Ezekiel, that was a love that stood up beyond the clouds and said, my friend, it's time to come home. That was a call that came out from a love that's stronger than the love that Vicky has, that's stronger than the love that Pastor Joshua had, that's stronger than any love that have. But that love that called my brother Ezekiel, one day he's gonna say, angels, stand, because I'm calling my love back home. A love that's stronger.
Speaking on behalf of me and my two sisters, something comes to mind that I just can't get out of my head. In this moment, I think about, I've had some good days. I've had some hills to climb. I've had some weary days. And some sleepless nights. This is a beautiful part. When I look around and I think things over, all of my good days outweigh my bad days. I won't complain. We're here to celebrate the life and homegoing of my father, the Reverend Ezekiel Vaughn. I happen to be my father's son. I'm my only father's son, as everyone knows. I have a twin sister who, everybody thinks is older. I have a younger sister who everybody assumes is older. And I'm just the young man standing left to be here. But the one thing that I must say, and I am so grateful for, is my father, the Reverend Ezekiel Vaughn, because I cannot stand before you being the man that I am now without the man that before you that instilled everything in me. When I think about my father and who he is, to my father, he is known to be bigger than life, the bringer of joy and a man of God. The one thing that I always heard, and especially once we got to Arkansas, is my dad would say, when you do bad, everyone, and I do mean everyone, has something to say. They put it in the papers, they let you know. But when you're doing good, nobody has anything to say. So I'm here today to bring good news about my father. When I think about our lives and what he instilled in us, there are three things that come to mind. He dedicated his life to devotion, dedication, and discipline for our success. When you look at my sister Rochelle, head coach of Frisco Memorial, you look at Brittany, the manager at Southwest, and you look at me coaching at Legacy Christian, no one assumed where we would be. They just knew because we are the children of Ezekiel Vaughn, we would be somewhere successful. When it came to the devotion, the word devotion is simply a noun which means love, loyalty, or enthusiasm for a person, activity, or cause. Devotion at its purest level is a good thing. Our Father was devoted to us as children. He poured his love and attention into each of us. With me being the only boy, he wanted me to be strong and not be afraid. He always wanted me to take the lead and be the man that he was trying to guide and instill me to be. At the same time, I was blessed to have two sisters that were able to not only watch how my dad handled me, but take on those same attributes and handle things. To Brittany, understand your worth and where you are and where your Father wants you to be. He's proud of you in everything that you do and wants you to know before you and Dory that He's always loved you. He's always cared for you. And He's always wanted you guys to be the happiest in the world. No matter what, no matter if He was stern about something or He stuck to something, at the end of the day, He wanted you to know how much He loved you. To my twin, he's been proud of you because you were the one who was always willing to put in the work. When me and Brittany could do things naturally, he would look to you because he knew with you, he had somebody that was going to work. That was going to not only work because you were not just better, but the work ethic that you were going to drive and strive to be the best. That instilled in him, he instilled in you. Continue to be the best at what you do and know that he's always watching over you. And from my dad, just to me, I'm just thankful because everybody says, boy, you look like your father. And then when you pick up the phone, the first thing you say is, Ezekiel? No, it's his son, Ezekiel. And so I know I have a lot in me. I'm thankful for just being able to be his son. I'm thankful for being able to be the carrier of the torch moving forward. I have 3 beautiful girls and a lovely wife, and I understand that my job and role as a man is not just to be the man for my family, but to be a man of God. Let God lead and take everything before me, and then from there, everything else will be handled. So to my father, the Reverend Ezekiel Vaughn, thank you for your devotion. Thank you for your dedication, and most definitely thank you for your discipline.
Amen.
Ready, stand by, fix. Ready, step. Hooray! Run!
United States Army and a grateful nation. Please accept this flag as a symbol of our appreciation for your loved one's honorable and faithful service.
I'll leave you with these words. That Ezekiel Vincent Vaughn was an if of a man. And it seemed as though anything he touched just changed and seemed to work. There's a poet, I taught my children this poem many years ago. It says, "'Twas battered and scarred, and the auctioneer thought it scarcely worth his while. But he held up the old violin with a smile. What am I bidding, good folks?" he cried, "and who'll start the bidding for me? $1, $2?" But suddenly, from the room far back, a gray-haired man came and played a melody, pure and sweet as a caroling angel sings. "What am I bidding, good folks?" he cried, "and who'll start the bidding for me? 1,000, 2,000, who'll make it 3? But suddenly the question came, what is it that changed its worth? And the answer was, it was the touch of the master's hand. Ezekiel Vaughn added touch and flavor to everything he did. And thus I say, he was an if of a man.
So don't be so disappointed in your disappointment. Don't be so disappointed in your disappointment.